Hello, everyone. Daniel here from the Next Issue Podcast. On today's video, we're going to talk about what just happened in the first issue of Absolute Batman. There will be spoilers ahead. I'm going to go into every single detail of this book, or at least all the details that I think are important going forward. So, we're going to get into it. So, if you haven't read the book, make sure to go check it out. I'll drop some panels, but I won't go through page by page. I just kind of talk about some of the highlights, some of the coolest panels, but I will have some art displayed, or you may see me pull up the comic book to the camera. So, yeah, stay tuned because we're gonna go for a ride. So the book begins actually at the zoo when Bruce was a child. We're going to get into that in a minute because what I really want to highlight is we meet this Alfred Pennyworth that is very different from our Alfred. This is more of a militaristic, special agent type of Alfred, which has been kind of a version. There's been versions of Alfred like this, but he doesn't work for the Waynes. He's working for this organization that we don't know a lot about, and he's brought to Gotham to chase down an urban legend, maybe. So we definitely will get more into that. Then we meet Bruce Wayne as he's training at Croc's gym. So we do have a version of Wayland here, which who we know in DC continuity is the character that becomes Killer Croc. But yeah, Bruce is there's a reason here why he's jacked, why he's a gigantic man, and it is because he trains really, really hard in this gym, and it is because he is this Batman that needs to be intimidating and imposing. And it is with all these little interactions that we get to see Bruce Wayne a little bit and start exploring who he is in this world. We also are introduced to maybe the first antagonist in this book. In the first mission that we'll see, we're introduced to this version of Black Mask and kind of their organized crime and how things are going along. This gigantic yacht. Uh, Definitely very different from the versions of Black Mask that we know from the past. But they're putting plans into motion. They're gonna go in and attack city officials, and this is kind of where Bruce has to step in. We do get to see Gordon here as well, who is the mayor, I believe. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's the mayor instead of the police commissioner. So yeah, as he is attacked, we finally get to see in our first introduction, the Black Mask goons come in into this public event, but we have the Batman dropping in. One of my favorite panels is here, right before he goes in, just like him hanging upside down with the cape being shot at, and then dropping in. Right, this is so cool. I think Nick Dragotta does such a good job with that. This is around halfway of the book, as you can see from the staples. And I love the way that this Batman's movements are fluid, they're very dynamic. He uses the capes in all sorts of places like this, uh, like the ends of his cape can be rigid and almost whip-like. There's also another really cool panel. Now, obviously, we know about the axe, but he also takes off his ears, and here he takes off his ears and use them like as knives. And then, of course, he takes off the bat symbol and uses that as a gigantic axe to take out all these. Now, he is maiming these villains, but I don't think he's killing anyone. I love this panel here that just he finally loses and like out of my way, and you can see like this is not the regular Batman that you may be used to. This is a completely different Batman, a lot more savage, a lot more brutal. Um, at the end of everything, once all that's happened, we do see that Alfred is hunting down this version of Batman, and we don't know exactly what his motivations are. But Bruce is able to get away, and then let's go back. We were at the beginning of the issue. We saw that we were at the zoo with Thomas Wayne and Bruce and his whole class. Um, a shooter came in randomly into the zoo, and his father was able to save all the kids and put them away. But unfortunately, that's where he was killed. But this leads to us learning how did Batman become? How did he become Batman? And if you're familiar with the Detective Comics page, where these 9 panels just tell you everything you need to know about Batman and how he became Batman, this is Nick Dragotta's kind of version of that. Of like, as Alfred kind of tells you Like, yeah, he studied all these things. He was an athlete. He suffered an injury. But I think the most surprising thing, and the thing that really took me by surprise, is that Bruce's mom is not dead. He lives with his mom. He That was so beautiful because so much of the time, like, obviously Bruce loses both of his parents, and it's such a shame. Yeah, it is. It was so cool just to see, like, this is such a different take on the character, such a different way to approach it. We do finally see Bruce and or Batman confront Pennyworth. So we'll see how their relationship is going to develop. We're obviously pretty antagonistic. I guess we also know where he got his bike from because he stole it. We get this really cool panel of just him jumping off, and that's kind of like where we finally get the credits page. Uh, so it's a beautiful issue from cover to cover, just fantastic stuff. We do have a short epilogue where the seeds are planted for the Joker of this world. So we'll see how that plays out, but Absolute Batman is an absolute banger. And now that you know everything that happened, let me know, what did you think of this comic book? If you read it, I recommend you check it out. This is my reading copy, which is why you see that it's all beat up. It was a copy that was damaged during shipping, so my shop just let me have it. You might have seen in some other videos that I bought. I just got a bunch of variants, and I'm still looking for more variants. Hopefully, I can get some of the convention exclusives as well, either online or maybe have friends that are going to conventions to pick them up. So yeah, super invested in this. I love this book. It's so great, and I can't wait to see where we go from here. So as always, thanks for watching, everyone. Remember to share, like, subscribe, hit the bell so you know when we go live. That is most Saturdays, 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. Stay tuned. We have more comic reviews, trailer reaction, TV recaps, all that fun stuff here in the channel. And as always, thanks for watching, everyone. Bye bye.